Friends, hello, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this video. This is a little bit of an earlier video for me. It is 1 o'clock on Friday, and I got some things going on tonight, so I can't get to a late night video with the market being over. But talking about SoFi, I think, pretty much SoFi is doing what it's doing right now, and I don't know that that's going to stop here, obviously, with what's going on. So here's the main skibby, what's going on with SoFi. Why is, I keep seeing comments, people going why is SoFi running so hard right now, just with, what has changed here? And obviously if you're in the mix of it, it's pretty obvious what's going on. If you're not, I can understand why people are wondering what's going on right now. Here's what's happening. SoFi is having the biggest run it has had in a long time. I mean, this is the most stable run we have seen with SoFi since really December of last year, when SoFi ran up to a $10 spot, and then the trouble started going into 2024 with, rate cuts that we were promised last year never showed up, and we just had a full year of just meltdown with SoFi, and SoFi was doing all it could just to stay at a $6 market over the summer. But the last 3 months here, 4 months we'll say, SoFi has been building a chart. SoFi has been steadily going up. Now, you may not think that, but it's actually been happening. With massive growth, we've had massive sell-off, massive growth, massive, and now we're at this point where really right now what I'm looking at, SoFi could possibly hit $9 a day, which would be remarkable. Now, the question is, can SoFi hold this? Obviously, what is pushing this right now? It's the rate cuts. It's the rate cuts. SoFi likes this. Not only that, but SoFi's coming out with a lot of things here. SoFi's got the new credit card element that it's released. SoFi is going to have quarterlies here just weeks, days away. And we know those quarterlies are going to be good. There's no way they're not going to be good. Now, I'm not saying these are going to be face-melting quarterlies with SoFi. These aren't going to be like a NVIDIA Palantir quarterly that comes out here with SoFi here, but they're going to be good, and that's the main thing that we want right now with SoFi. I think what we can just hope for and be happy with right now is that SoFi is just doing good. That's the strongest pillar right now with SoFi, is that it's just maintaining goodness, and that's really what you want to see right now with SoFi. So rate cuts are slowly adapting into the overall zeitgeist of the air in the stock market, not to mention that they're going into the economy. These reports right now with inflation, with job reports, how things are reacting, they're good, not great. Good, not great. But still, the market is having an overall okay reaction to that news. I still, I am still on the fence where I'm like, I don't know that I trust this market 100%. I don't know that I trust it. I just don't know that I trust it, and that's the God's honest truth with you. S&P is at an all-time high right now. I mean, it's going crazy. Obviously, less than 3 weeks, we have the election, and that will shift the market where things are going to go. Obviously, AI stocks are rallying the market back up. I mean, they are going crazy. Nvidia's pushing. Tesla, my God, Tesla, what can you even say there? Palantir moving. There's just a lot going on. AMD's starting to roll back into gains here. It's just moving. The market is moving hard right now. And but main characters that are moving the market are these tech stocks. SoFi being what it is right now, a company that majority of people that knew about it 4 or 5 years ago was just a student loan program company, but has slowly turned into now a banking system with very, very advanced AI software in it right now, as a bank right now. But two, what you're seeing, what's pushing SoFi and why so many people are attracted to SoFi right now is the fact that what is going to be happening here with SoFi the next 5-10 years. Of all, get into an economy that is doing better. These rate cuts start taking effect into SoFi's quarterlies. People start to have more money. Not to mention that the majority of customer basis with SoFi is a younger generation. That's one thing that's really encouraging right now, that SoFi is every quarterly, what's the main thing we see? Not only it's money that gets bigger, but it's customer basis. They're grabbing more and more accounts. They're grabbing more loans, but it's with a younger generation. So as this younger generation develops their careers, their life, what are they going to be doing with SoFi? Not only have they opened banking accounts, savings accounts, but they're going to be taking car loans. They're going to be taking mortgages. They're going to be taking just general day-to-day loans for, a new golf cart, whatever it be. So this right now, and plus this whole new credit card system that SoFi has released into the public, very just things that are just going to be raking in money and bringing in very, very big quarterlies, and make SoFi a really, really big competitor with these other banks out there that really, a lot of these other banks, they're still kind of like, they're not really pushing any kind of new look, they still feel like these old decrepit banks. When I look at Bank of America, when I look at Wells Fargo, I don't look at them and go like, they seem so youthful, so nice, clean, and all that. I just go, it's a bank, it's around, they've got a dividend, put your money there, it'll slowly grow over time. And maybe one day that bank will buy that bank and your shares will go into that bank. Whatever. SoFi is completely different, where SoFi is a very new, thriving, growing bank company. A stock right now that's still very cheap. Here, the main thing everybody's wondering right now, is SoFi going to sell off? Is SoFi going to sell off? We've seen SoFi at these numbers before. This isn't anything that we haven't seen before. We've seen SoFi run like this before and then have a massive sell-off. This time's a little different. This is a little different this time. Not only has SoFi got a really nice booming market with it, but it also has these rate cuts that, they're happening. These rate cuts they're happening. And we're going to start to see these rate cuts start to bleed into SoFi's quarterlies, earnings. But that's going to take some time. It won't be this one for sure. This quarterly's not going to show any kind of signs of rate cuts helping the general, customer basis with SoFi. This is going to take some time to get deep into 2025 before we really see that kind of happen. This time next year, there's no reason why SoFi this time next year shouldn't run to a $15 to $25 mark. I don't think that's crazy to say at all. I don't think there's too many people that may disagree with me in that statement, because we know we have everything there with SoFi right now. It's all adding up with why SoFi essentially is running up. There's a reason why SoFi is running up. It's because of everything I just said. So the sell-off point right now, like I said, the $6 range with SoFi, it's gone. I think it's gone. I don't know that we're ever going to see the $6 range. It's going to take some devastation to really see some $6 range in SoFi. I don't know that we're going to see that again. It would take a huge, the R word, recession in the market, in the economy, for that to happen. Pullback, just a general sell-off day in the market, we could see some high sevens again, once again in SoFi. We could, sure, why not? We could see that. But more than likely, I think a sell-off, a general just, organic sell-off here with SoFi, when we see that day, it's not today, obviously. And with these reports that came out today, the market went, that's good enough for me. Inflation, it's a little high. The market doesn't really care right now, just doesn't care. If you're buying SoFi right now, and SoFi, it's about to hit $9 right now as I'm watching it. We could possibly see a bad day in the market here where SoFi goes back down to a low $8 range, maybe a high 7, start buying that stuff, it's on sale. But friends, in the long run, hey, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter where you're buying SoFi. A year from now, SoFi will more than likely $15 to $17 minimum, with these rate cuts highly increasing by then. The economy should be somewhat straighter at that point, with a big light at the end of the tunnel. And this is going to be a different conversation. It's going to be a different conversation. Then it will strictly just be, what's the next quarterly going to look like for SoFi? What's the next objective? What can SoFi do? It's not going to be, can SoFi survive the economy? Can SoFi survive the market right now? The market, it's touchy. I don't know that 100%. I don't know that I trust it 100% right now. If we didn't have an election in 3 weeks, I would generally be on here saying like, hey, I wouldn't buy this right now. That's literally what I would be saying. Because I don't know that I trust it 100%. I don't trust the market. I don't trust the market right now. I think there's a lot of pumped up emotions in the market right now. I think there's a lot of FOMO going on. There is a lot to be excited about with this market. But wherever there's excitement, there's always a trap door waiting to catch people. So, in the long run, next 6 months, they're going to be fantastic for SoFi. SoFi is going to do amazing. Yeah, we're going to hit $10 here soon. We're going to hit $12 soon. We're going to hit $15. This time next year, there's no reason why SoFi couldn't be at a $20 to $25 stock. There's no reason. There's no reason. Friends, I wish all of you the best of luck. I really do mean that. It's exciting. Be excited. This is an exciting moment in your life as an investor to really hone in on a company that's still, AFL is very affordable. You know, $9, $8 for the stock, as much capital, as much as you can get, you know, in your portfolio. If you can hold it, imagine holding let's just say a measly 100 shares. And that's a lot for a lot of people. But say you just get 100 shares of SoFi. You have 100 shares. Maybe you hold those shares for 5 to 10 years. Maybe in somewhere in that time frame, maybe SoFi gets so expensive, it says, hey, you know what? We have to do a split. Guess what? Now you're double, tripling, quadrupling your shares in that. Then SoFi comes out and says, hey, we're going to do a dividend now on our shares. Friends, things you have to think about. So if you're able just to snatch up 50 shares, 100 shares, maybe you can buy 1,000 shares. Hold them into the future, because you don't know what's going to happen. This is how people become rich. This is how people are able to live off their investments. Don't look at SoFi and go like, hey, when it turns $20, I'm selling out. Look at that and go like, what's the next steps with SoFi? What are they still accomplishing their bread and butter? Are they still going to be a huge company 5 to 10 years from now? Does it look like we could possibly be in the near future going into a split where they issue out more shares because their stock is so expensive? Could we be talking about dividends in the somewhat near future? Of course. But we're in the very baby stages right now where SoFi is. Friends, I wish all of you the best of luck. Be excited.